Look at it. Grand structures. And the only people qualified to tell you about this black history is white people. See, that's the reason our world is so messed up. They don't do nothing but lead us along and lead us astray. They won't tell you nothing truth, all right, because they got to always give you bullshit that'll push you away from us melinated God and goddesses being just that, able to use our minds to take us into astral projection where we can go and hang out with gods and goddesses. I do it all the time. Not as much as I would like to, though. But I bet you I go hang out with the guys at least three times a month. And that's God right there. And then they give you all these white people. And you can see they done made him a slave. See, all this is ancient stonework. I wanted to do this so I could show everyone that the whole history around this earth. See, let me show you something. I want to show you something. See these stones? How they've been fabricated to fit into certain slots. They find these stones and they have to work them the same way they showed you the guy using the water and that gavel to smooth it out. See? See? How they went and placed them. They had to form those things to fit the way they fit. Look, the brick bearer, see? Carrying those blocks. This is what I'm talking about. Just like Egypt, look at it. Those cubic stones. They found these stones and they had to rub these things with those gavels all day to get them to the right contour that they want them, to the right composition, the right size, the right shape. And they made them all be uniform with each other, where they laid them on top of each other without using mortar. Well, I don't know if they use mortar here or not, but I know in Egypt they did not. Well, these is not that well off as the other ones were. That's what I wanted to get at. Look at these stones. Now, you don't think that they were able to go around the earth and just find all these perfectly fabricated stones to the same dimension like that, do you? They had to painstakingly make all these stones become this shape. All right, and do you see how when they got right here, they made this stone have that funny shape like that? This is where the game, you know that game that they used to be so crazy, everybody used to play it where those things fall into spot like that. What was it, trapeze or something like that? But you can see where that came from. How they had to make all these stones. This took some genius mathematical capability is what I'm getting at. And then look over here. See, these people were knowledgeable doing this stuff, of African people all over the planet. So the white man cannot come out here on this planet talking about he's God and all that bullshit when we have a history of doing all this stuff that predates his freaking Bible. The only thing that gave him control over the earth the way he has it is that he was a very low-life person who did not mind murdering people for the materialistic game of the earth. So he is nothing but a devilish, murdering, lying thief. And here go all of our ancient history to prove that we've been all over this earth forever, and he's not going to keep dichotomizing our family and making us think that we're supposed to look at each other and hate each other so he can be privileged to have us all running into the centers of worship, worshiping his image on the wall as God, because we all think that we are beneath him and savages and no one who's ever given any damn thing to the earth, when in the true reality is that it's his ass that's the Johnny come lately, and the only thing he's given to the earth is sorrow, tears, and bloodshed and genocide and world holocaust, and he is not God. And that's what I have been sent here to do more than anything, is to expose his ass as an imposter and tell you that the true God of this universe is yourself, and the true goddess, that which encompasses all, is all the females on this planet If anyone should be sitting up worship as a god, it should be a woman with some titties and a vagina, not some sorry ass gay white man. Because the woman with the titties and the vagina proves that her anatomy is sustainment as well as regeneration. So if you're going to have one iconic representation of a god, it shouldn't even be a god with his no womb having ass, no titty for sustainment having ass. And then this god in the case that happened to be a non-melinated god, which means that he could not have supplied the melanated people with melanin, which means that he was inadequate and very, very incomplete. So that stuff has ruined the world, and it has to only be retained through lying and murdering the people who is responsible for building these structures. And that's the reason why you see a decline in Mexicans as well as black people, and we always end up in their jails and every damn thing because they have made us stupid as hell. And we want to remain stupid as long as we want to Christmas shop, drink alcohol, eat fast food. All that stupid shit is going to make you remain under the foot of these white people forever. You should not let people move into your neighborhood and start feeding you their food. And every time you go into McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and all those fast food restaurants, you have taken the responsibility of sustaining your child away from yourself and giving it to the Europeans, because all those restaurants are owned by Europeans. And even if you run into the Mexican local establishments, even though they put those Mexican names on them like Taco Bell and El Pollo Loco or whatever the hell, still white owned. Your dollars need to all be saved so everyone can start returning to knowledge of self and completion of these structures being restored and rebuilt again, so we can return the earth to her beauty and her state of good health that she was in before the advent of the European males. And don't get mad at me for telling you the truth, because the truth is that you white people have been very detrimental to the earth, and you have put the earth on the critical condition list. Right along with the recipients, the melanated people of the earth. The Mexicans can't do nothing but be your damn janitors or your landscapers and all that foolish stuff that's going on this planet, where you guys sit around, the most uneducated people of all, that don't have anything to contribute to the world but alcoholism, tobacco smoking, sexual promiscuity, and foolish shoot 'em up, bang bang, competition, sports, all that stupid shit that tears up brotherly love. And that's why our planet is dying, because we don't have no one coming together now, walking up these steps, loving each other, enjoying the sun with each other, and knowing the responsibility of protecting one another. All that has been eradicated and replaced with everyone competing with each other for a job. All that stupid shit. Going into stores, buying food from somebody who just want to make a profit, so they give us garbage food. And all this stuff right here, of all this togetherness, and all of this had to be a unified collectiveness to pull this off. Now what do you got? Construction companies with the same old white man who only build structure with one thing in mind, making a profit, supplying someone with a place to live, because we done fucked up all the trees and built airports and parking lots here and there, and we got lefties and we got shorties and we got rapid this and then we got overnight that, and all this stuff. Who needs it all? It's doing nothing but destroying the earth. These people had a very peaceful, low stressful existence on this earth, and then they want to lie to you and tell you they were all headhunters and heart plungerers and sacrificers and rolled bloody heads down these stairs. That is not true. That's their history and what they did, and they got so good at doing that to themselves, they were able to go around the world and perpetuate it on all the other non-suspecting people on the earth. So now they got us all incarcerated and all worshiping them as God. We're all doomed.
Details the ancient account.
See, look at this. Asia. I know it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cosmic forces and 7 planets come in here with these
of
constellations
sky
of
beings
starships.
known as Nagas.
The Nagas is the black people of Asia. Let's listen to this.
Dating as far back as 2500 BC, the half-human and half-serpent entities look nearly identical to the Mayan Kukulkan. And ancient Chinese mythology from the 5th millennium BC described flying dragons that are eerily similar to the serpent god depicted in Mesoamerica.
To the peoples that preceded the Inca in Peru, similar ideas were put upon characters like Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent.
Quetzalcoatl is who he's talking about. And the serpent is this serpent power energy that they knew about in Africa that I always telling you guys about. The Kundalini energy. That's what this is all about. That's what it's all about. They're not going to tell you that we have always known that the volcano and the earth, the water, and all the fire and the sun and the air and everything was all connected through one spiritual force. And that spiritual force is the same spiritual force that you feel surge up and down your spinal cord when you get scared or somebody startles you. That energy that you feel rise up and down your spinal cord is this Kundalini energy that animates you, that remains dormant in your lower bowels. It is God. That's what it is. Your whole source of God energy that is inside of your body until you raise it from your lower. See, what happens is when somebody scares you and all that excitement flurs up your cerebral fluids, those cerebral fluids get activated and they rush straight to your head. And right at that time right there, everything that's in your body that's available for energy is put at readily availability so your ass can sprint and run and get your ass away from whatever it is that's disturbing you. That's the reason you feel that stuff surge up your spine, because right away your brain start working at its highest efficiency. So whatever it is that startled you, your brain is going to be there to support you to try to get out of that adversity, that state of trouble. Is now this snake, just like when a snake sees something that threatens it, you see it come from crawling on the ground. What does it do? It coils up and right away stands up ready to strike out. That's the pure potentiality. Just like that snake stands up and reaches its highest vertical, that's the same thing that happens with that energy that's in the lower recesses of your ball. It rises up and reaches its highest vertical too, just like that snake. And that's the reason why they gave you this snake, symbolic as the representation of the energy that permeates all on the earth, because that's exactly what it is. It's called the serpent power energy, the Kundalini life force that I see flying around in this room all the damn time. All the time.
Who was this wisdom bringer? Sometime.
The wisdom bringer is who you're listening to right now. This is how the world works. You have people on the earth, not just me, but a whole lot of people who can channel information right from the universe. That's the reason why all these statues and everything were built by us ancient people of the earth, that you white people were genetically manufactured from us black people. Okay, our DNA is what's inside of you to make you have the ability to walk around this earth functioning as human beings. You guys are takeoffs from our DNA that was mixed with other DNA structures from the invading life forms that are here living in the earth, that created you guys to assist them and to take over the earth and the perpetuation and the preparation of global destruction of this planet, so those damn reptiles that live in the earth could set up desert-like conditions all over the earth, which is more suited for them. Then they could have hauled all our asses down in the tunnel with them, put us in a bunch of cages and just keep us around with other people like these white people watching us all day, making us produce and breed so they can feed the aliens, so they all can live well with the aliens while they keep us encapsulated as